So hello everyone, we have 4 students from TISS MHA course. So they are going to talk about how is the selection process and some of the insight about the course. So we have 4 students, Divya and Pranoy is there, then Mayuri is there and Nitish is there. So I will start with Divya and we will have first introduction and then we'll talk about the course. So Divya, you can start.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, everyone present. So, I am Divya Pandey, and I belong to Uttarakhand. And my graduation, I did my undergraduation in BSc Life Sciences from University of Delhi, and currently I'm pursuing Masters in Hospital Administration.
Okay, Pranoy, you can introduce.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. So, my name is Pranoy Amin. I am originally from Malegaon, Maharashtra. I'm a polymer engineer by training, and after that, I've worked in polymer industry, plywood industry, and edtech industry for over 6 years. And then I came here to pursue my MHA.
Okay, so Mayuri, go on.
Good evening, everyone. I am Mayuri Bhote. I am from Maharashtra and I did my BTech in mechanical engineering and currently I am pursuing MHA from TISS.
Yeah, Nitish, go on.
Good evening, everyone. I am Nitish Kumar. I am from Bihar. I have done my bachelor's in BSc Maths, State University, Bihar. Then after I start preparing for the defense service examination, and this time I know about the TISS, and then after I preparing for TISS, now I am in TISS.
Okay, so Divya, I would like to know from you what is basically this MHA course and who can apply for it?
Okay. So, as the name says, MHA is Masters in Hospital Administration. So, it basically prepares like students, majorly in leadership roles or to take the professional courses for the increasing hospital and healthcare industry. So, you will deal with the professional and managerial aspects in hospital and healthcare while you pursue this course. And as the name says, hospital administration, it doesn't mean that only the medicos can apply for it. Anyone, any people from any background can apply for it. So as our batch has a diversity, like huge diversity, and people from commerce, allied health sciences background, and from medical field as well are there. So anyone can apply for it.
Okay, so Pranay, would you like to add something because you are from totally different field? That is, Divya is from, I think, biology. Yeah, go on, Pranay.
Yeah, so yeah, there are people from all the backgrounds. There are people from engineering background as well, and the roles that we cater to, they are not limited to the hospital per se. We find roles in the insurance industry, the tech, healthcare, IT industry as well. Okay, and along with that, there are people who are finding roles in startups also, the healthcare startups, or even in healthcare consulting. And we have people from almost every background. We have people from pharma background, social sciences, even BCom background.
Okay, so the backgrounds are quite diverse. So Mayuri, I would like to know from you, you are also mechanical engineer. So how is the course? You know, are you able to cope up with the course because you are from mechanical background? Is some terms or, you know, it will favor the medical student or such things are there?
No, sir. As the course suggests that MHA represents Masters of Hospital Administration. So in our class, there is people from diverse backgrounds. Engineers are also there. Though we face some difficulties in gaining some meaning of some difficult terms, but it is not necessary in the managerial positions or the managerial roles. It is just basics that we need to know about the hospitals or the healthcare industries. And regarding some another subjects, they are also related to our engineering backgrounds, like related to operations, related to inventories, and there are few subjects which we can relate to our engineering background. So there are not much difficulty while studying this course being an engineering background.
Okay, Nitish, so your insight of the course?
My insight about the course is Master of Hospital Administration is just like MBA in healthcare, where we learn about the financial accounts of the subject. Then after economics, as well as the many more paper about the hospital system, like how hospital functioning. These are the basic parameter of the course. So if you belong to any backgrounds, it is not difficult to you to learn, because everyone equal opportunity. Like some medicos are benefit in some subject, but as non-medicos are also similar benefits in some subject like accounts and economics. So this course is equally beneficial for all of you.
Okay, so Divya, now tell me what is the number of seat in your course, and also tell us the diversity of age.
Okay, so the number of seats are around 60 to 63, and we have at currently 54 students who are pursuing masters in hospital administration for 24 batch. Diversity in our batch is huge. Like if we talk in terms of their background, from where they are studied, what they have studied, in terms of the locations where they are coming from. So like there are engineers, there are people from commerce background, there are people, I am from allied science background, BSc background, and then there are proper MBBS graduates and PDS pharmacist, then physiotherapist. So like it covers people from different background.
Okay, and what about the age? What is the minimum age and maximum age?
So like
you can give a figure. You can give a figure like we do
like,
have.
yes, like the people who recently graduated in 2022, they are also there, like from like 21 years of age. And then we have people as well who have served in Indian Navy for 15 years, or they have completed their service and then they are pursuing this course. So like there's a huge gap in age as well. So
okay. So now tell us about the field work. How much field work is there? How much internship is there?
So we have basically 3 internship. The first internship will start in our second semester, and that will be in hospitals. Internship will majorly in hospital. So the first internship will get started around in March 2022-23, which will be in public hospital. And then second internship will be in trust hospital, and then third in corporate hospital. So the internship duration will be around for 2 months. And it will be majorly in hospital.
Okay, so 3 different types of hospitals will be there.
Yes.
Okay, so so Pranoy, now tell me, so whether it is a desk job or you will have to go to the field.
First of all, it will depend on the candidate, what type of job profile they would prefer. Let us say an individual is interested in a field job or a job where they are not tied behind a particular desk. Then they can opt for an operations or supply chain related job in a particular hospital, where though they will be assigned a particular post within the hospital, but they'll have to do a lot of firefighting on a daily basis, and hence they'll be traveling back and forth the entire day. As compared to this, the jobs that are there in the health consulting or healthcare IT or say insurance industry, they are a bit more desk oriented jobs. So the course itself offers you multiple opportunities and multiple type of jobs depending on your choice and the field that you would like to work in.
Okay, so there is diversity out there also in the roles also. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what are the future roles? I mean, will you be confined only to the hospitals or some other aspects are there? Anybody can take this.
I can continue. I can continue. Yeah, sure. So see, we're not confined to a particular role. It depends on whichever field you get placed into. Even if you say you get placed in, say, insurance industry, but you do not enjoy the work profile that much, then also you can switch it in a year or two. So we have seen people switching back and forth. We have seen people going from hospital to consulting or consulting to hospital, insurance to consulting. So this back and forth movement.
Okay, so that is there. Okay, now Mayuri or Nitish, tell us about the library facility which is there and how is the classroom experience, because you are the first batch who are having this classroom experience. Before that it was online. So tell us something about that, then I will come to campus live with Divya. Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to go with this question.
Yeah.
So firstly, the campus life is, we are the first batch after Corona, we are of having the offline classes. So here the personal interaction with our professors has taken place. They had given us the presentation, assignments, and whatever doubts we may face, it is easy to solve by our professors, as we are having, we can interact with them in our classroom only or after the classes also. And with regarding to the libraries, we have libraries open till 6 a.m. in the morning, means it is all open at night session. And also there is a remote access to the library, so it is not necessary that the students should go only to the library only. They can read the research papers or whatever materials which are there on the library on at their hostels or at their home also. So the remote access to the library is there. And next is the one who doesn't have their laptops with them. So we are having the cyber library also in our at TISS. So
Okay.
Nitish, you
So
can go.
Nitish, yes, please.
So I I had one more point. Like that in the library, if you study in library, so you have opportunity to interact with the different courses a student, like that in human resource management as well ODCL analytics students. So in library, you have opportunity to interact and know about what are happening in other courses, how other courses are doing. So in library is a very unique place in TISS where you can interact with the different courses, as well as in the library in different type of books are available. So if you are interested to learn in other things, so you can also start reading a books. And apart from that, in campus life, in often campus, I have opportunity to interact with professors as well as the enjoy the diversity of the TISS, because TISS is most important thing is diversity, like that in the 53 courses are run in TISS. So in the open campus, I have interacted with some other courses like development studies and other type courses of a student, and know much about know much more thing about their field and what how these courses are doing. So it is very fruitful for the students.
Okay. So also tell us this, that what is the course fee, and also who are provided with hostel facilities. Anybody? Divya, you can take.
Yeah. So the hostel, it will be provided to the people who have income below 8 lakh,
Okay.
and they will have to provide a proof of that certificate, like income certificate and other proof. For the
Around.
first, yeah,
Mhm.
for the first semester, the fees, academic fees was around 34,000. So
Okay, so it is very
so
less. Okay. So now I will come to some other questions, and then we will have some other doubts. So just we have done workplace or work field. Then what questions were asked in the interview? So any of you can explain what is this selection process of TISS? Any of you can take this question? Any of you can explain TISSNET? What happens in TISSNET? How important it is? Yeah, go on, Pranay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. So, see, this is a three-step process. The first will start with TISSNET. It will have your 100 questions, out of which 40 will be your general knowledge GK questions, and 60 will have your maths, reasoning, and English. And for GK, you need a minimum qualifying marks as per your category. Okay, so the TISSNET cutoff for MHA was around 55 or 56. I don't remember the exact number. Once you qualify for TISSNET, you will have to appear for the online personal interview round or online assessment round, which will have two parts. First will be the extempore round and the online interview. So, and before that, you'll have to also fill your DAF. The DAF will have questions related to your background, your work experience. You'll have to write a biographical sketch. Why do you want to pursue this course and all those things. And when it comes to extempore round, the faculty will give you a particular topic, and you will have around half a minute to 1 minute to brainstorm on that topic, and then you'll have to speak on that topic for around 3 minutes. And once that is over, they'll immediately start your personal interview round, where you will be asked different questions related to the course, your background, why do you want to pursue the course, the points that you have written on your DAF, each and every word that automatically becomes important. They'll ask you the questions from that also. Komal, the question can be from health, or it can be some other topic also. That depends on the interview. But they'll usually give you two topics. If you're not comfortable with the first topic, you can ask them that you would like to switch to the another topic, and then they'll give you another topic.
Okay, so I would like to know your experience, all of you, one by one. So I will start with Nitish. So you can speak about your experience of the second round.
Okay. So my experience about the second round online assessment is slightly different because I belong to non-medicals background. So they give me the extemporary topic is self-reliant India. It is not related to any medical topic. So, but I tackle the topic in very easily way because sir trained me very well about the such kind of things. So in my interview round, they take my interviews around 29 minutes and they try to glitch me. Why you want to pursue MHA? Because if you justify him, that get make and break. Because professors are only one point why you want. What are your future perspective after course? So their first priority is that. Then after they ask you about your background, like in which subject you have done your bachelor's. Few questions are asked in that. Then after some questions are in the current events. What are the current scenario in that time? And then after some question are also they ask in the medical, like that in basic medical terms related to hospitals. So apart from that, if you like that answer some different thing in the answer, so then after the professors take it and your answer, and then after make a different type of questions. In my memory, I briefly introduced about BRICS. So professors ask me what is BRICS. So what are the importance of BRICS in India? So that type of things are happened. So if before preparing for OI, like that, in you first of all go for your DAF, because DAF is very important. So what you write in DAF is must. So what are you write in DAF? The professors are read your DAF, then after they try to take your interviews according to DAF.
Mayuri, can you share your experience? Second round.
Yes. So my extempore topic was about the violence against the doctor. So because of this, take the clubhouse sessions in which he practices some extempore topics related to health, related to the current affairs, and related to the static topics also. I was able to speak around 2 to 3 minutes on that extempore topic. And coming to the interview session, my interview was quite unique and different from others, because one of the member from panel asked me to recite the preamble. So the members from the panel can ask you out of the box questions. So it is not necessary that they will ask you from your DAF or from the health related questions or from your engineering background.
Actually, when I was taking my GK class, then I told you to go through preamble. Okay.
Yes.
And also Anjali was saying that she was asked about 73rd Amendment in leadership. So she was this question of 73rd Amendment. So yeah, there can be question otherwise also. Yeah, go on.
So when sir took the classes of political science, then he told us to recite the preamble or to read the preambles. So that's why I was able to recite the preamble. And the next question they asked me about the POXO Act. So it is not necessary that they will ask you somewhere related to the hospital administration particularly. They can ask you anywhere. So it must be necessary to go holistically through all the topics, or when you are in the TISSNET course of your course. So you should read all the materials that sir is providing to you, or should concentrate what sir is telling other than what he adds in his OneNote notes. So that's what it helped me during the interview. So the basic questions they asked me about why you change your career from engineering to MHA. So I convinced them to my answers. It may be different from the different people according to their graduations or according to their future career paths. So it depends upon you only how you convince the panel, why you switch, why you want the MHA course. So that's why these 2 points were quite unique from my interview process.
So there should be a clarity of thought and conviction should be there why you want to join this course. The same was told by Nitish. Yeah. So Divya, go on, share your experience.
Okay. So my was like it was completely based on what are my strengths, my weaknesses. They tried to evaluate where I'm good at, how can I add value. And then it was based on hospital. Hospital somewhat like, as I've graduated from University of Delhi, so they asked me about Delhi, about the Mohalla clinic things, and what are some of the problems that I see, and what are some of the eggs that are there in hospital or in majorly in health sector. So they try to evaluate whether I know about the hospital well and what is going on in that industry, and they try to know how I can add value, whether my this vision is clear or not. So
Okay. So Pranay, would you like to share your experience? How it was?
Yeah, so while giving the example topics, the panel gave me two topics at once. One of them was a very philosophical topic that we are wiser than our forefathers, something on those lines, and another was related to health. It was the impact of climate change on health. So obviously, I chose the second one, and I explained that. And my interview lasted pretty long. It was over 1 hour, and the questions were related to the health industry. I mean, the hospital per se, then the linkage between polymer and hospital, like what is the application of polymers in hospital. Apart from that, I have a background in UPSC preparation, so rest of my interview was entirely focused on my subject, as in geography and human evolution, human civilization, and all those things. It was a very detailed interview, and the panel know a lot of things, so it is ideally suggested not to bluff. If you do not know, we can easily say that we do not know the answer.
Yeah. So the thing is, they have this experience of taking so many interviews, and there are 3 people in the panel. So the collective experience is very much, the collective knowledge is very much. So you cannot bluff in those situations. If you don't know something, admit to it. You don't know. Okay. And don't think that other things like technical things they are asking, I will be saying something and getting out of it. Okay, that might not happen. Okay, because they are aware of almost everything. Okay, so next question
sometimes
is,
it might happen, they will try to make you, you know, complex or uncomfortable during the interview. They will ask difficult question and see how you can handle that situation. So you need to be very calm and handling those situations in a better way.
Yeah, so I would like to share one incident which happened last year. Actually, Shobia was the first one whose interview was going to happen on 1st of July. So the interview started from 1st of July. Okay, and she was the first girl giving the interview. When she went there, then I had told her not to speak anything which you don't know. So she was from radiology background. And the very first question which was asked, that was totally a different question, out of box question, okay, out of his knowledge. Okay. So she said, sorry, sir, I don't know. Then again, a question came which was totally different. Then again, she told, sir, I don't know this also. Okay. Then the third question also came where she thought of guessing, but then again, she remembered what I said and she said, sorry, sir, I don't know. So for 3 continuous questions, she told, sir, I don't know. I have no knowledge. I will read about it. Okay. And then what happened after taking the interview, after giving the interview, she told me that, sir, this happened and I'm not very sure that I will make it. And when the result came, her name was there. So basically, they don't want a person who will, you know, show off as if he knows everything. Okay. They want those students who are eager to know something and who can admit. They want students. They don't want a very knowledgeable person. They want eager student, and that is what you have to show. And the conviction should be there. Yeah, you are interested. The interest can be shown by, maybe they are asking suppose 8 questions. You can show that you are interested candidate in the 4 or 5 questions only. They will recognize that. And you don't have to answer each and every question just to show that you know something. Okay, that is very important. Okay, now I will take I am from pharmacy background with pharma sales experience. What are the job scope for my profile? So there are people from pharmacy background, I believe. Pramoda is from pharmacy background only. So is the job given, which are given according to the past profile, or they are given after, because you have this MHA degree? I don't think that past profile will have that much value. What do you think? Anybody can take this question. Yeah.
Uh,
Go on, Pranay.
okay. Okay. So the job roles are not very much dependent on the past profiles. Okay. Usually everybody is eligible for each and every role. So past profiles don't have that much bearing on what type of industry they'll choose. Okay. They don't have a restriction on will only choose this type of person or that type of person.
No, your experience with us means with me. Okay.
So initially, when I took the course, I was very doubtful, like as of many people, because the first question that came to my mind was like, everything is fine, but sir is just sir, and there are so many people, so many courses, and how will this things work in my favor? How will I make it work for me? But then I talked to some people who are already enrolled in this course, and then I took this course. I trusted on sir, and I took this course for extempore and interview preparations. And then I thought like I should have taken this before, because the amount of time and effort sir was giving to everyone. Sir was like taking interviews from 6 a.m. to 12 at night, as well as around 1 to 2 as well. So that was very, sir was giving equal time to everyone, be it interview, be it extempore, and I got to know a lot many things. And most of the students, like from sirs only, they are here, so they are very good friends.
Yeah. So Nitish, you can speak, then Mayuri will speak, then Pranay.
So IgnitedIAS course is not any coaching industry type course in the traditional coaching industry. It is a very unique program, like that in sir is available till 6 morning to 12 p.m. In my experience, during the time of interview preparation, sir is available. If I ask questions in any time in WhatsApp, they just reply after 10 to 20 minutes. So it is very helpful to me to clear my doubts. Apart from that, sir also guide him during the personal interview. Sir, every student guide the unique way, like that in what is your lack of point, this area you can work, it is helpful for you. It is a very unique thing, because if you join any coaching, it is not available, because in coaching industries they are just focused on the combine, like that in MHA program, so they just focus on the combine. But sir is focused on the individual. Every individual have different problems and different demands. So sir is focus this area. And then after the sir, other things like that, in they take the personal interviews, individual personal interviews, and then after also take the group personal interviews. It is also helpful for me to how to tackle the interviews, because if you are not appear much more interviews, so it is some hesitation. But if you join the IgnitedIAS course, so it is very helpful to you to just increase your performance as well as your confidence. Apart from that, sir course curriculum is very unique, like that they make a separate course, separate material for every course, like that in this current event are important for MHA, and this current event are important for the other MPH courses, like in the other health courses. So it is also very unique to separate the courses in their needs. So it is also helpful for me. And like that, if you are belong to non-medicals background, so sir guide you to this is the important area you are working, because in MHA, in professors expect that you know some medical term, basic medical terms. So it is very important to know. So sir guide very well. And apart from that, in my interview experience, because I belong to the non-medicals background, so I have some doubts regarding how can I clear, because in everyone have doubt, because if I see the past past year MHA course diversity, the majority of a student are belong to the medicos. So I have doubts, how can I clear, because it is very tough for me. So, but sir guide me very well. And then after I do my work very well, and now I am clear the TISS. So if you join that Ignited, so it is very helpful for you to convert the MHA and other courses very easily.
Mhm. Now, Mayuri, you can go on. So Mayuri, let me tell you that Mayuri is also a very good artist. Yeah, go on.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, firstly, some of the seniors to whom I contacted suggested me to join the Ignited IAS, and after watching some YouTube videos, I am contacted with sir and joined the Ignited IAS. So, I want to say one word for this sir, that he is a one-man army. He is putting all his effort in all the three subjects and making the one note session. Like his daily schedule is first the morning Hindu classes, so we are all updated with what is going on the daily news. And then his static GK is also very interesting, as most of the students are not from the arts background, or some of the students are not interested in the history or geography. But his teaching skills makes us interesting to learn more about those topics. So his learning techniques are very nice. And the one note session he made, that everything is all sorted. It is not that jumble one that where to find which video. His one note session is very nice, that today's session all the notes are there, and below that the YouTube video link is there, so the recorded session is also there, so we can watch that recorded sessions according to our pace and according to our time also. And regarding to his clubhouse sessions, he makes us practice on various topics on the daily basis during our after the TISSNET round, during preparation for the extempore and the personal interviews. And he, along with his friends, makes us panel and took our personal interview, which not only shows our strength but also shows our weaknesses, that we need to improve that particular area. So I got all the confidence only because of sir's material, sir's classes, and only by attending the sir's classes. So if you are very much polite to what sir is told, for what sir is telling to you, what to follow, what to not to follow, then you are on the way to get into the TISS. That's what I want to say. So my experience is very nice with
Okay.
Nitish, I think.
So
Yeah.
my experience about the panel interviews is very unique, because Sarakshi ma'am asked me some question related to case studies. Incident are happening outside your hospital. So what is your first priority? Like in the medical trials related questions. So that type of question asked me also in my interviews. So it is very fruitful for me. Apart from that, sir asked me questions, some question related to Bihar medical condition, because I belong to the medical backward states. So professors want to ask me some question related to my state health program and what are happening in my state in health system. So it is also fruitful to me. And apart from that, in my individual experience about sir is very unique, because I contact sir in any time, like in my last day of the like that, tomorrow morning my interview schedule. In last day I ask some questions, some doubts with sir in 12 p.m. in night, because I have some doubts how to tackle these questions, like that. If they ask me about my strength and weaknesses, so is it good to take, this is my strength, this is my weaknesses. So my experience is very different, like that. I have contacted sir with any time, like that, where I have need, I just put forward a message and sir give me a session time. Then after I join a Zoom meet and then clear my doubts. So it is very unique experience for me, like that. Sir work as with me as a mentor, not as a teacher. So it is very unique things.
Okay, Pranay, whatever experience you had with us, you can share. I think
Yeah.
you came to me last year.
Yes. I was associated with sir twice. Actually, I attempted for MHA twice. So, but both of the times, my reason was simple. Sir's background research is very good. Okay, he knows the way the TISSNET exams will have the questions. Okay, the way the questions are formed. His approach of looking at the questions from school based, okay, or course based. That okay, these questions are possible because this has this course. So this background research is very extensive. and that is how he makes this extensive OneNote compilations, which is very useful to all of us. And his focus is not only on clearing TISSNET. Even when you are reading for TISSNET, he will keep on informing how you have to approach during your interviews and everything. So that basic idea you will get even when you are just in your TISSNET preparation phase. And though I was not associated with Sir during the interviews, but I did attend all of his clubhouse sessions. So in those sessions also, he had covered such diverse amount of topics that the entire arena of health and healthcare or hospital was covered. And so I was more or less very confident during my extempore that be come what may, if the topic, even if they twist or turn the topic, I'll have a lot of further points to contribute to the interview.
Okay, so now we'll take some of the doubts of the student. There was a doubt, is social science important? No, so we have already talked that you can be from any stream, they will encourage diversity. Then another question is, good evening, sir. My doubt is regarding MHA. What exactly will be our job profile? What skills do we need before the course starts?
So basically, the roles, you can be a hospital administrator, you can be a consultant, you can be a data analyst, as well as in insurance industry, there are roles. So apart from that, pharmacy. And as Pranoy has already discussed about the startups, diagnostics, supply chain, logistic. So a lot many roles are there. And then you need to work upon which area or which area exactly do you want to work upon. And further talking about the skills, like as we know that healthcare is a very data driven industry. So if you want to be choosing analyst, then you should know somewhat a basic skills like the Excel. And then further Excel, you can work upon other things as well. If you want to be in healthcare IT, then you can learn some language, but that is a way ahead. SQL, data analysis, as learning SQL and Python. These are these things you can learn if you want to be in IT sector or you desperately want to be an analyst. But basically, you can learn like basic Excel, PowerPoint. So as far as
Okay.
clearing interview and all these things, you don't need these skills. Like these skills are not mandatory.
So basically, you are saying that if you know some technical know-how, that is going to help you in a way.
Yeah, that how that is going to help you in choosing the stream that you want to pursue ahead. Like,
okay, Pranay, would you like to add something?
No, more or less everything is covered. Divya has beautifully summarized everything. Apart from this, the only thing that you might need in the campus is good PowerPoint skills. Okay, you'll be making a lot of presentations in the first semester itself.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So now people have asked, sir, what is the placement scenario? So anybody can, last year there was a video. I will forward that video of placement thing. But anything which you want to share, any figure, any number, then you can say. As far as I know some of the things which I can say. Okay, so this year my students are getting placed, so I have some knowledge of that. So as far as I know, my students who have been placed so far have got average package, I would say, or have got a package which is beyond 10 lakh. Okay. And one of my student has got one of the highest package in the MHA batch. And the highest package is around 18 lakhs per annum. So that is dependent upon the individual also. This is a platform, try to utilize the platform to the fullest. If you will utilize it properly, you can get placed at a very, very good package. And package is just the beginning. Whatever you do, that is more important initially. Okay, so this is a launch pad, and in health stream, whatever I have known through my student, that this is a brand. Okay, this MHA is a brand. So they are the people who are going to be, their alumni base is there, and the people are there out there. So in future, you can develop your file and you can be at a very good position. So that is the thing. So try to also get involved in whatever activity is happening in the campus and make a good CV and acquire some skills, as Divya already told. acquire some skills which are skills of today, like data analytics and things like that. Okay, if you have those skills, they are going to help you not only in, I'm not saying this just for MHA people, this is true for each and every person, whether they are of HR or, because in HR also there is a course, there was a seminar few days ago. Okay, so people we are talking about that seminar was about people analytics. So there also you will have people analytics. Here also you will have some sort of analytics. That is why, that is one thing which if you know, that is better. So any other question, if you want to ask, you can ask. Anyone who want to ask some question? How to justify drop year, or does drop year really affect my profile? Anybody can take this.
Okay, yeah, I
Pranay, you
can take this. No, yeah. So no, drop year will not affect your profile as long as you have a good justification for that. Whatever you have done in the drop year, let us say you've prepared for some exam, or okay, you were left out from the job or anything, but make sure that you justify that thing. Okay, that will not affect your chances for any course. In fact, not just for MHA, but for any course at TISS, the drop year does not matter as long as you are able to justify and connect it with the course.
Yeah, so TISS is one of the rare institution where gap year or your 10th marks, 12th marks, they are not going to make a big issue out there. Okay, so the basic thing is you should score high in the TISSNET process, and after scoring high, what you should look for is your interview and DAP and extempore. If you are
I
able
would
to
like to add, try maximizing your score in TISSNET, because when you maximize your score in TISSNET, your chances of getting selected becomes higher, because that was the case with me. So even if you get like around average marks in interview and extempore, your TISSNET score saves you a lot.
Because
It gives you an
50%
edge.
weightage, 50% weightage is given to TISSNET score. And as far as I have known in interview, for example, I can compare the figure of, for example, HR. So the highest score for the people who got selected was 80, 81, 82. And the lowest for the person who got selected was around 78, 77. Okay, so here you can see the gap between the highest and lowest is just 4-5 marks. But coming to the TISSNET, the maximum which I have learned was 78, who was my student, and the minimum cutoff was 67. So there can be a huge gap out there. Okay, and also the weightage is 50%. So 11 means 5.5, and there 4 means just 2. That is not even 50%. The interview happens for 30%, I believe. Okay, so that is the thing. So you can maximize your marks maximum in TISSNET, and in TISSNET also there will be level playing field in case of mathematics and English. Don't think that they are going to ask you very difficult questions of maths. At least 20 questions will be easy, and then rest of them can be a bit difficult. Try to maximize your marks. Don't try to solve each and every question. Try to maximize. And similarly, in English also, if you will study well, you can score. But GK is tricky. GK, you will have to focus a lot and study well so that you can maximize in GK. And if you can get a good marks in GK, then you can easily sail through. So now we will wrap the session. And thank you all. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Mayuri. Thanks, Divya. Thanks, Pranay. And thanks, Nitish. Okay, so
Yes,
I will end this. Thank you all.
Thank you,
you,
sir.
sir.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.